All right, welcome to the Yeshua is King Ministries. And this is our 29th sermon. World news doesn't count in the sermons. And I wanted to talk about some things that you guys are not going to like. That's just the way it is. You're not going to like what you're going to hear. I'm hoping that you'll see through that and see the real message that's being brought out here. And yes, I'm going to be talking about the Charlie Kirk thing. And didn't come to me till this morning as to what to say and what to show people. I was just been very quiet. Obviously, a lot of people have gotten on a bandwagon to number one, make money. Number two, meaning they're going to get uh, clicks, and because they've monetized their uh, their YouTube channels. So I'm not gonna do that because this probably is not going to be very popular. You got his wife trying to start a world war, and it's being done on the wrong premise. The message of this whole thing has been buried, and it's being converted into something completely different. So I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to expose it today. But first, in order for you to see it, you first have to see who you are, see yourself. And once you see yourself and what the message is, what's been told to me, what's been shown to me, and what has been changed in me, I see it very clearly with everyone else, what we're actually living under, what we're living by. I can see the hidden hand looking around, lurking, trying to start some crap, trying to start a world war over the death of one man and the hatred of another. So I'm going to show you something that fair warning. You don't want your kids in there seeing this. Don't get in this. It's going to be what happened to Charlie. Okay? And understand one thing. Let me get over there. Okay. All right, here we go. This is the moment. This is the moment. It's a 5-second clip. You get it, you can find it on Twitter. Okay, but I want you to see something. I'm not trying to traumatize you. I just want you to see it. I'm going to show you what I was shown.
Not counting gang violence. Great.
Boom. Okay, right there. Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and ask you to watch this picture. What I want you to do is I want you to look at yourself. Look at you. We all know the hatred that's in the man's heart that pulled the trigger. I honestly don't believe it was a lone gunman. I have seen other evidence that this otherwise, but the people behind it, I've seen their hatred. That was brutal. That's called brutality. But here's the thing: you can't really blame them. Why? Not to say that I'm on their side, not to say that I'm defending them in any way, shape, or form, because you have to have standing in order to do that, in order to blame them. You have to have standing. Now, who were they killing? They weren't killing Charlie. They were killing Yeshua because Yeshua was working through him. Now, get that? This bullet wasn't for Charlie. That bullet was for Yeshua and how much they hate him. You have two children. They could care less what happens to those children. That evil behind that, they care less about what happens. They could care less what happens to the wife. They don't care. That's that evil. And this is what was shown in my heart as I've been on the narrow way. And I asked for it to be removed, and he granted it. I didn't want to be that guy. I didn't want to be that evil guy that uh, would leave children uh, without a dad. They killed Yeshua that day. Everything that man did, Yeshua did, not him. Charlie was nothing but a somebody that was allowing Yeshua to come through him, and he was preaching what Yeshua preached over 2,000 years ago, and they killed him for it too. He overcame death and was resurrected, and they didn't expect that. But see, that cruelty of going after that bullet, that whatever you saw there, that's in you. This is what Yeshua's fighting for. He's fighting to get that part out of you so that you are not at war with his Father, with our Father in heaven. Because you can see the beauty of Yeshua that was in Charlie. That was Yeshua. That wasn't Charlie. So what do they do on the next part of it? Oh, let's make an idol out of Charlie. Let's make him a martyr for the whole world. Oh, so what? You can start a world war and a bunch of people get killed? And because a bunch of people get killed, all of a sudden you're down to your 500,000 that you want in the first place, that number to get rid of the people? You see it, folks? Do you see what's going on behind it? Those two men that were behind him doing all the hand signals, that's CIA, big time. That was an inside job. That wasn't some stupid punk kid. His grandmother even said he doesn't even own a gun. But that's going to sound crazy to everybody. Well, of course, grandma's going to be on little Sonny's side. Oh, well, he confessed. I haven't heard any confession out of his mouth. Has anybody else? You were told he confessed. That was a perfect shot. That was a professional shot. There was a guy that came out of the FBI. That's not just me. Came out of the FBI and said that was a professional hit. That was a perfect shot at 200 yards. So there was a pro that did this. But these people want a world war. So just like everybody else, comes through the wife. All of a sudden, she is now speaking about the world across because you're righteous and he's the evil people that did this are not. So you got to stamp out righteousness. Well, guess what? I got to answer to the question of why there's so much evil in the world. There's so much evil in the world because you're in it. That evil derives from you. And Yeshua was beginning to pull that evil out of Charlie. It was just coming through. He was pulling the evil out of him, and they killed it. They killed what Yeshua was doing. Because once again, they went after Yeshua. Anyone that starts preaching and ministers, they're not trying to kill you. They're trying to kill Yeshua within you. They're trying to shoot him. They're trying to chop him up and beat him again because they hate our Father in heaven for no reason whatsoever. And I'm going to say something that is like nails on a chalkboard to them. Our Father in heaven is innocent. He hasn't done a thing. Nothing wrong. He has done nothing but love every one of you. Yeshua, innocent, has been perfectly obedient to our Father in heaven. He has done nothing wrong. And what happens to them that hate him is because they don't love him. They don't love his son. You spend an eternity in hell. It's as simple as that. You either love him or you don't. Then people will come back and say, you can't, okay. You can't make somebody love someone. You can't make them do it. They either love them or they don't. It's as simple. Very, very simple. All right. Then Ben Shapiro comes up, right? Here he comes. Hero of the day. I'm going to start doing and taking over what Charlie was doing. Well, Ben, you're going to fail big time. First of all, speaking fast does not mean that you're intelligent. Number two, why would I dog on Ben? Because he won't acknowledge Yeshua. He fired somebody that said he was king, and it's Yeshua that was working with Charlie, going around there. It's not going to come through his wife. It's not going to come through anybody else unless you will let Yeshua come through you. It wasn't about Charlie. It was about Yeshua and his teachings. And this evil that you saw, don't go out there and say, oh, you guys are evil. Point that finger back at you because that's exactly what's in you. I saw this and went to Yeshua. I was shown this and asked him to please remove that piece of crap out of me. That was a curse all the way back to Adam. And they're already turning him into an idol. The idol worshipers in Washington, D.C., all of them are idol worshipers. This is the way they are. Very rare would you find a true believer, and any true believer there will vanish quickly. They like their idols. They like their liberty dollars, and they like their goddess. It sits out there in the middle of right there next to New York. That's the way it is. There's nothing that's going to come of this because the fuel for it is gone, and that was Yeshua. No one's going to be able to replace that unless you allow him through. But Ben, you deny Yeshua. You getting on, all you see is, I have a chance to get on the computer and I can get on there and I could be famous too. And they'll love him just like they love me. And I'll be able to do this and this. Okay. No one liked you in the beginning because you reject Yeshua. You would be surprised. This is really, this is the thing. They're trying to come back and say, oh, you don't want to criticize Israel and all that. You'd be surprised of how much I don't think of Israel. That's your overinflated ego. I do not think of Jewish people on a daily basis. The only time I think of them is when they come up and start talking that somehow somebody's criticizing them. Who cares? If somebody's criticizing you, who cares? But they do because they have a chip on their shoulder. I think they're feeling guilty about what they've done. And I said in the beginning of all this on Yeshua's King Ministries, you are doing what you did in Gaza. You are going to have to live with it. I am not going to hide it for you. I am not going to agree with you. You did what you did, and whatever the judgment comes down on it is what you're going to have to suffer, and no one else. That is none of my business. That is between you and the one who created you because you're rejecting Yeshua. So now you got to go directly to the Father who has already condemned you. And he's given you one chance before you die to not be condemned and to bypass all your sins. But you're rejecting that. And since you're rejecting it, I know exactly what's going to happen to you. And I think anybody who understands the gospel, anybody who understands the terms and conditions of what's going on here on earth and in heaven knows what's going to happen to you. They're just waiting it out. Most of them. That's why they don't lift a finger. Oh, you want to kill women and children? Mm-hmm. Okay, Mr. Chosen. It's simple as that. It's as simple as that. But really, seriously, folks, does anybody else feel that way? I mean, I don't think about them at all. I don't wake up and first thing that comes on is, oh, I'm going to go hate Jews. Believe it or not, you really would be surprised by how little I do think of you. And I don't mean like little, uh, what do you call it? Trying to berate you. I'm just saying how, in other words, how often, as far as how often I do think of you. I really don't. And I don't think a lot of other people do either. Because what's going to come out of your mouth is the Holocaust, feel sorry for me. Okay. So I can go and do bad things and you will support me because I'm Israel. And I'll manipulate you and all this other stuff because you think I'm the chosen people or we're the chosen people. That's what's going to come out of your mouth. I've been around for a long time and I've heard the same rhetoric crap since the 70s. Same thing over and over. Grew up with it. So I know what's going to come out of your mouth. I know what's going to happen. I'm tired of listening to you. You're not that important because Yeshua is Israel and you've missed that. Yeshua is Israel. I support Israel. Yeshua. He's the king of Israel. Yeshua is Israel. Get it? Not you. And he opened it up for anyone that wanted to, grafted in, that wanted to join Israel. Because see, that demon is still in you. That curse is still in you. And I ask right now that Yeshua return. We need you. We need you. And everybody says, well, it's going to be an appointed time. Well, okay, that's fine. I'm still going to ask. Please come home. Please come here. We need you. No one ever asks. Never asked him to come here, to come back. Please come back. I know you're alive. I know you were resurrected. I talked to you. Please come home. Please come here. We really do need you. That's not to say that he's going to just do it. I'm just saying at least the intent is there. It's like people want him to come back, but yet they never ask. And I know it's a time and appointed. I get all that, but we really do need you. Here was a message that was from him. If you let this world define you, you have been defeated by death. If you decide that you want to be defined by Yeshua, you overcome death and are in this world and not of it. I'll say that one more time. If you let this world define you, you have been defeated by death. If you decide that you want to be defined by Yeshua, which I highly recommend, you overcome death and are in this world and not of it. That's the truth. So you take the Charlie Kirks and you take others in the past who have sent messages and brought messages of Yeshua, started preaching them, and they all get killed. Then they put martyrs out. People are still worshiping Gandhi. People are still worshiping this and worshiping that. That's what they tried to do to Moses. The devil wanted Moses' body so that he could set up a shrine and people would come worship Moses and take any type of worship away from our Father in heaven, of which our Father in heaven deserved. They're doing the same thing today. It's no difference. There's no difference between Moses' time and today. Charlie Kirk was a good man because he allowed Yeshua to work through him. And he was searching. There was a spiritual journey he was on. Very vocal about it. He still had the curse in him. He still had the ability to do that which was done to him, in him. I see it. I can tell. I can tell if that curse is in you or not just by looking at you, watching your actions, watching what you do, because I know what that little curse does to people. And man, are they playing the curse now? How many of y'all judged right away? This man should be killed and body torn apart and all this other kind of stuff against the guy that you were told shot him. How many times? How many times you pick up that gavel? Which, by the way, on a side note, you sit there and allow your judges to have black robes on. Black robes are used in devil worship. All devil worship is done in black robes. That means your judges are worshiping the devil. And nobody says anything. You know why? Because that curse is in you. And that curse will stop you from saying anything. It controls you. I rebuke that. Any judge with a black robe on in the name of Yeshua. He just worships darkness. There's no Romans there. There's no authority there. That's what they do. If they were good, decent men, they would have no robe, and they wouldn't be sitting up there on some pillar and doing what they're doing, trying to change people's lives and have the power to change people's lives. They wouldn't have that. They would let Yeshua come through. They would let Yeshua be the judge. They would let him come through their heart and through their bodies and start leading people to him. Instead, oh, we're separated from any kind of religion and blah, blah, blah. And we can't do that. So we're going to judge you from here. Well, if you're separate from the Father, you have no authority whatsoever. Zero authority. What you do is you have people crying for justice. You don't even correct that. Okay? Justice is related to who? Your Statue of Liberty. I will be at liberty to do this, this, and this. Okay, well, just keep worshiping your statue. The word is righteous rulings, right rulings. That's the word. You don't correct it in your courtrooms. So what I'm saying, folks, is don't point your finger at the dude that did that because you are just as bad. Yes, he should be in jail, obviously, and yes, he should pay be punished for what he did, if in fact he is guilty. But not because I say it; it's just the way of things are. You do it because Yeshua says it. He's the judge. You're not letting him judge. You're not letting him do anything. You're taking it over for yourself. You're putting your black robe on. You're throwing your gavel up, and you're starting to hit everything. And this guy's already judged and killed. And Trump, the very first thing he did, I want this guy to have the death penalty. But you've already tried him then, huh? Man didn't even get you sat there and whined when you didn't get due process, but now this guy needs to get due process. That comes from Yeshua. Come to this without revenge and self-righteousness and go towards this episode with what Yeshua was teaching. And he's still teaching today. That's all it was. Some things were coming out of Charlie that came from him. You didn't lose Yeshua. Nobody died. Nothing did. His message was clear. His message has been the same for over 2,000 years. You associated Charlie with the message. He was just the speaking part. He was the speaker that had volume. That's it. And you see the curse now? Very first thing Trump said. That's the curse in him. That's the same curse that's in every one of you. That you need to go to Yeshua and get that curse removed so that you're not fighting with your Father in heaven on behalf of the devil. That's what's happening. And I see it in 1,000 different ways, but it's the same thing over and over and over again. People that do these things, these evil things, are ones that just listen to this curse that's within them. And every one of you have the same curse and disability. I did, and he removed it from me. And I ask him that if people are reaching out to get this curse removed, let it be. Let's get that curse removed. I see a big movement towards him, and I know it's him doing it. It's not the people doing it, it's him doing it. It's Yeshua. He's the fuel. Everybody has the same chance. No one's more worthy of it than anyone else. And when he says everyone's a sinner, yeah, everyone, every single one. And when you try to interfere with that message, I'm going to pray for you because what you're doing is trying to turn everybody away from him. Everybody knows what the Osteens are doing. Everybody knows what all those guys that are doing. They're making a lot of money. And they're trying to turn them away from the Father. They're dressing the path to him up. They're dressing it up. Here, pay me for because I'm giving you a a decorated tour to Yeshua. And all you had to do is just go to Yeshua. You just get on your knees. Give up the fight. Give up fighting him. Please remove this curse from me. I don't want to fight the Father anymore. I don't want to be a one of the devil's soldiers. I don't want to fight for him. His cause is nothing, meaning the devil. I love Yeshua. I love his you obviously do, because if you like Kirk or you love the guy, you loved Yeshua, because that's who was coming out of him. Give Yeshua the what is due, the credit that's due him. It's beautiful, isn't it? That message, it's beautiful. And I appreciate um, Charlie for what he did, that he allowed that to come through and was fighting for it. And that was good. That was a good man. I'm glad that happened. And I'm glad he did it. Allowed to see the Yeshua for who he is. That's the message. That's Yeshua you're mourning. You're not mourning Charlie Kirk. And all those people that were on the left celebrating the death of Yeshua, which is what you're doing. At least one mouthpiece of him celebrating that being shut off. I pray for you. Your judgment has been set, and you have one time to appeal, which is here and now. That's your only time. If Yeshua does not accept you, if he rebukes you, you have nothing. There's no appeal. You will never leave hell forever. Forever is a very long time. Try staying in a sauna for more than an hour. Now, crank that thing up to 2,000 degrees and then try dealing with that forever. And by the way, there's new reports coming out. People that are leaving, that are going to hell and coming back, are saying that they are making everybody scream, meaning the demons are making everybody scream and never stop screaming. If you stop screaming, they will have little demons come over and start putting stakes through your fingers to get you to scream. And the louder you scream, the higher they get. They get high off of it. Sick, isn't it? And you're seeing that difference play out here on earth. Hopefully this message comes across. And keep in mind that for those that are going to try to twist this message, I'm not saying that every one of you killed Charlie Kirk. I'm not saying everyone put a bullet in Yeshua. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you have the ability to do that. That is in you. And there's a curse in you because of it. I'm sorry. Wrong choice of words. That curse in you is a contributing factor of you womanizing and making demons out of people that are talking about Yeshua and his message. Peace. Stop killing each other. Stop hurting each other. I know you hate that message. I get that. I know you want to go to war, but the day after that, what are you going to do? I know you want to go to war. How do I know that? Because I know what that curse wants you to do. It's being controlled by the devil. It's an omnipresent curse. Sucks, doesn't it? But it's true. So I'm not saying, all I'm saying is people that would not have killed Charlie, you're just a little better. You're a little better. That's it. You're not some righteous thing that's going to go out and kill all the evil people. You're not righteous. None of you are. As long as that curse is still in you, none of you are righteous. None of you can be righteous. If you allow Yeshua to come into your heart and your internal heart of hearts, you're only righteous because Yeshua is there, not because of you. That's a fact. Go check out the Bible. Talks about him entering into your heart. And then what happens? It's because of him, not because of anybody else. Don't make an idol out of him. Don't let these people do this. Don't let them make it a political thing to uh, show how righteous you are. Don't do that. I'm telling you, that's the wrong way to go. I pray that more people start preaching what he was preaching, and more people have the guts to preach what he's preaching, what he was preaching for a long time. Thanks for listening. See you next time.